I know you had a little bit of a different weekend, you know, than some of the folks in Indianapolis. Coach was saying that you went to Zion National Park, getting yours in. Just tell us a little bit about, what you were up to.
I mean, I was just felt like I needed to get outdoors a bit, and Zion's one of the places that's been on my list for a long time to see. So when you get some days off, which is rare in the season, I figured I should probably do it. I charged up with some crystals, touched some rocks, sat in the sun. It was awesome. It was really cool to see a different part of America too. Like, I've been here for 10 years, but I think being able to see different parts of the country that are really unique is pretty special. So had a good time.
Were you there the whole weekend?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But were you like streaming stud buds as you were like hiking?
I know. I watched a little bit of it, and I was getting major FOMO. I was like, oh God, that looks so fun. I know. And then I was like, if I was there, I'd be in big trouble. So I probably should. I'm glad that I'm here because this looks wild.
On that note, though, I mean, I think it provided kind of fans an experience or opportunity to see like what you guys see in practice games every day. What do you think is the impact of just that energy that's, Court and T bring for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think they bring a certain like level of swag to our team that we otherwise wouldn't have. And it's really positive energy too. Like, every day Courtney comes in ready to work no matter what. And it's always positive. And then T is exactly the same. Like, I think they match each other's energy, and it's contagious, so everyone kind of catches on. And I think it also, like you said, gives people a chance to have like an inside look. I've heard some rumors that people thought we were boring. So what are you going to say now? We're not boring. Like, I think a lot of us are just private, and so when people get a chance to like have a behind the scenes look at us, it's a cool insight into people's personalities.
More of a kind of game related question, but we were just asking T this. What do you think was the biggest difference in, I guess, looking back at that Chicago road trip last time you guys took the Sky, from that Saturday game, the loss, to the win on Monday night?
I mean, coming off a loss, you approach things a little bit differently. I think sometimes when you win, I don't want to say we've been getting complacent. I don't think we have, but there's the danger of sitting in complacency when you win a lot. So when you have a loss, it like really makes you kind of change your perspective a little bit. And I think like we had a really rough schedule as well, rolling into that week. So I think we had like maybe a day in between or a day or two in between, instead of playing like back-to-backs and like 12 p.m. games. Like, it was pretty crazy. So getting a chance to just like change our perspective a little bit, have a bit of rest, and approach that game with a different mindset.
On the Zion trip, just as getting outdoors, is that something that you've done kind of throughout your career to sort of take a step back and center yourself to get away from basketball a bit?
Yeah, definitely. I think like just being outside in general is something that I really like doing. I grew up in a country where that was like just what you did. You're outside all the time. You're on the beach. You're going for walks. You're going like, it's a very outdoors kind of culture. Like, a lot of people just are outside all the time. I also would say that like when I get maybe that I need a bit of a break or something, I'd prefer to like give back to communities and stuff. I think that you focus a lot on yourself in basketball season, and you're really focused on your performance and what you're doing. It can get really heavy, and so when you kind of get outside of the self, and going outdoors can help, because you're not really like thinking about yourself, you're thinking about your environment. But there's another way to do it in giving back to your community, and you're thinking about others and pouring yourself into others instead of just focusing on your internal. I found that to be super helpful in terms of like not getting too overwhelmed with what's going on with basketball season.
Any other big national parks on your list that you gotta?
I've done a few. Like I've done Sedona, Grand Canyon, Zion, Bryce, Tahoe, Yosemite. I haven't done like the ones kind of more towards like the middle of America, like the east. I don't even know if there are any. Like, I don't know where Yellowstone is, Where's Yellowstone?
Wyoming.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But I've heard like Oregon's beautiful, like the outdoor stuff there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I ever get time off again, we'll see. It's rare.
Right.
Yeah.
Another question for just thinking that obviously with, you know, the combination of Camila Cardoso and Jerice, you know, causes a lot of problems for any team down low. Just from your perspective, what is the most like difficult thing about battling it out with them?
Yeah, I think just like sheer size. Like Cardoso is obviously very tall, Angel's tall and strong, and so that gives them a big advantage over, like I said, a lot of teams. They're also skilled post players, which presents its challenges. And so I think for us it's like really, really important that we focus on our team defense. Like we don't play individual, like you just take care of it by yourself. It's our team that really, really helps. And you know, they're going to score. Like they're good players. They're in the WNBA and starters for a reason. So you just have to play a 40-minute game rather than focusing on like every individual possession.
And a quick follow-up on that, just to kind of like, just poke it a little bit, like in the Monday night game, for instance, we noticed that a lot of like those kind of easy high-low actions from Saturday weren't necessarily getting, and I'm not like asking you to break down the game plan or anything like that, but like what's, I guess, allowed from that? Or like what did you guys like switch from like a team defensive perspective that was able to kind of like lock that up in that second?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just want to make their actions difficult, and we know that that's something that they're really good at, with those two especially, just being the size that they are. And so our job as defenders is just to make their actions that they go to difficult. I think maybe it wasn't something that we were super focused on in that Monday night game, or maybe we lost focus in that, and so rolling into that next game, that was like something that we were like, okay, we need to make actions difficult.
Sure.
Thanks, Lance.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck tonight.
Thanks.